Dawn breaks over the desert. The sand is already warm under your bare feet. In front of you rises a mountain of stone. It is not natural, people made it. The Great Pyramid of Giza stands 146 meters tall. That is a 45-story building. It held that record for nearly 4,000 years, the tallest thing humans made. So how did people with no cranes, no trucks, no engines lift 2.3 million stone blocks? For centuries, the answer felt impossible, so people reached for easy explanations. Some said aliens, some said lost magic, both were wrong. The truth is stranger. It was ordinary people, organized on a scale that still stuns engineers. Let's rebuild the whole thing, start with the stone itself. Most blocks were limestone, soft enough to cut with copper tools and stone hammers. Workers cut channels around a block, then split it free from the bedrock below. The quarry sat right beside the site, barely 300 meters away, smart. But the finest white casing stone came from Tura, across the Nile. And the heavy granite, from Aswan, nearly 800 kilometers upriver. Some granite blocks weigh 50 tons. That is 8 full-grown elephants. You cannot carry that, so the river did the carrying for them. Egyptians floated blocks downstream on wooden barges during the annual flood season. But that creates a problem. The river doesn't reach the desert plateau. For a long time, nobody knew how the stone crossed that last stretch. Then, in 2013, archaeologists found the answer buried in the desert. At Wadi al-Jarf, a team led by Pierre Tollet found the oldest written papyri in Egypt. They were the diary of a foreman named Merer, written 4,500 years ago. Merer described hauling limestone by boat and a network of canals leading to Giza. They dug artificial waterways right up to the base of the plateau. The river came to the pyramid. So the stone arrives at the site. Now the real question, how do you lift it? The answer is the humblest machine of all, the ramp. A ramp trades height for distance. A gentle slope means less force to drag each block up. Teams dragged blocks on wooden sledges, but wood on dry sand grabs and drags. So a worker walked ahead, pouring water in front of the sledge. Wet sand becomes firm and slick. A 2014 physics study showed it cuts the pulling force nearly in half. And this isn't a guess. An Egyptian wall painting shows exactly that, a man pouring water before a sledge. But a single straight ramp gets absurdly long as the pyramid grows taller. So many think ramps wrapped around the pyramid, spiraling up the outside. In 2018, a strange ramp system was found in an ancient alabaster quarry at Hatnub. It had post holes on both sides. Workers likely used them as anchor points to pull with sleds. That system could haul heavy blocks up much steeper slopes than anyone expected. Now zoom out, picture the whole site alive. Thousands of people, not slaves whipped in the sun. That old image is wrong. Near Giza, Mark Lehner and Zahi Hawass excavated an entire lost workers' town. They found bakeries, breweries, and bones. Cattle bones, prime beef. These workers ate well. That is not how you feed captives. They were paid laborers, working in rotating crews, proud of their gangs. We know their pride because they wrote it, crew names scrawled on hidden stones. One gang called themselves Friends of Khufu, another, Drunkards of Menkora. They had a sense of humor. They were people just like you. Now here is the counterintuitive twist. The hardest part wasn't the muscle. It was the organizing, feeding, housing, and scheduling tens of thousands of people for decades. The Great Pyramid took around 20 years to build. To place 2.3 million blocks in that time, one had to be set roughly every few minutes all day. That rhythm never breaking for 20 years is the real miracle. And the precision. The base is leveled to within just a few centimeters across 230 meters. They likely leveled it with water channels, letting still water find a perfect flat line. They aligned it to true north with astonishing accuracy, using the stars. No engines, no steel, just water, ropes, ramps, stars, and staggering coordination. So step back and feel what that means for you. You live surrounded by machines that do the heavy lifting. They did it with muscle and minds. The pyramids aren't proof of magic. They are proof of what organized people can do. A single person could never build one. A community aimed at one goal could. That is the stone's real message, waiting 4,000 years to be read. Dawn breaks over the desert, the sand is warm, and now you know whose feet warmed it first.